What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. Welcome to YPR Radio. Listen to me, guys. I am super excited. We got Miss Stewart in the house. Put your hands together. Giovanna Stewart, put your hands together. Listen to me. Tell me, how did it, when did it, how did it, what happened, and what brought you here?
Kind of crazy. I actually can't believe that it's only been maybe a year and a half being involved with Vemma and using the products. But when I first started, I wanted to do it real badly. Alex Morton was my guy. He a good friend of mine. He was all into it over Facebook. So we sat down and talked about it. But this kid, you should have seen him then. He was lost. He didn't know what he was doing. This was way back in 2011, way before he was Mr. Superstar. But you know what? I gave him a chance. Tried out the drinks, loved them, but wasn't until this year when, man, a lot of stuff happened for me to realize that I needed to make this happen. And, you know, I've just put my head down ever since and just skyrocketed from there.
So talk to us. What made having somebody else, you know, somebody else who was successful in the business, somebody who you knew personally, you could touch, you could talk to, how did that make a difference in terms of your decision from going to the next level?
That was exactly what made the decision, because I'm sitting here thinking, you know, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to change my situation? How am I going to help out my family? How am I going to get anywhere? And watching someone like Alex really grind at this and really want it, and seeing where I knew him from the very beginning, a whole 4 years ago, to where he was trying to achieve and where he is now, that was enough. I mean, seeing him, and what's funny is he constantly texted me and contacted me, even though I was just drinking the product, saying, come on, let's do it. You can do it. I'm doing it. I saw his friend Josh, who I also knew from 4 years ago, also do it. So, I mean, looking at them and understanding that they, you know, were at a place similar to me. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, but hey, you know, seeing them do it, why couldn't I?
We've got some callers on the line.
All right. This is my best friend, business partner. I mean, if you wanted the best business partner in the world, you would have to duplicate her because she's mine. So Noelle, why don't you tell a little bit about your wonderful situation in corporate?
Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be on the call today. I went to school, got good grades. I actually graduated from WPK ASU, one of the top-ranked business schools in the country, really. I graduated college a year early. I was really excited to go out there and start a career for myself. Long story short, after I graduated, I fell into a corporate internship, and I learned really, really quickly that it was something that I didn't want to do. I didn't like showing up at 9, leaving at 5, doing all the dirty work for the company, and I felt really trapped. Another really long story short, I ended up quitting my job. I was there for about 9 months, just miserable, wasn't happy at all. And, after I graduated, I applied for probably, 150 job positions. And my highest job offer was probably around $30,000 a year. I feel very blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now, working with my friends, working my own hours, being able to spend time with my family. You don't realize, working 9-10 hours a day, how much you are sacrificing, relationship-wise, family-wise, everything. So,
yeah, you got to love it, though. You got to love it. I was just talking to a good friend of mine. She works for a major university, PhD, probably only make about $50,000 a year, just raised $500,000 for the institution, and she didn't get a 50-cent raise. So you gotta love being in a place, being with a company that really the only limits that exist are the ones that you place on yourself. And we just want to applaud you for doing what you do. Look, good luck to you, and I know you're going to continue to grow and grow. Giovanna, we have another caller.
We do. Tanner, you can start screaming and yelling on the phone now if you want.
All right, cool. Thank you, Giovanna. Like she said, my name's Tanner Papp. I'm 19. I'm a freshman in college this year. About 4 months ago, that's when my whole YPR adventure, my YPR dream kind of, started. I got super excited, not really, just about the opportunity, but where I saw this going, where I saw this in, 6 months, a year from now. How it really impacted me was I was working at a yogurt shop for $8 an hour. I didn't like it, didn't like my job, my boss. the hours I was working, especially the pay. It was absolutely garbage. So I had to make a change if I wanted to see a change, and that's exactly what I did when I saw this opportunity. You know, the real reason why I'm doing this is because, you know, I want to retire at a young age, you know, before 30. I want to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I want to help as many people as I can change their lives, along with the people, you know, close to me. We do what people do, say what they say. We're going to get what they have every single time.
Absolutely.
We follow the system. A lot of people try to recreate the wheel. You know, just duplicate the process. And if you duplicate the process and follow great leaders like Giovanna, Noel, Alex, Kaylee Warren, Josh Noble, everybody that's, you know, seeing success, you're going to get what they have every single time. I know, E.T., you know, he talks about that a lot.
Look, the support is here. The blueprint is here. The only thing that it takes, you know, if you're just listening and haven't made a decision, you're not here. But all of the components, the secret to success, the blueprint is here. Tanner, thank you so much. Much success to you, guys. Much success. Yvonne, I want to just come back to you. For you, what are you saying to them? Here are the first steps. These are the things that you need to do to get started and to make your dream become a reality.
Well, I think this might fit with a lot of people, especially at our age. The first thing you have to do is you have to get rid of all of the negative things that would stop you from doing something like this, that would stop you from getting what you wanted. For me, I realized that there was a lot of negative people in my life.
I think the difference between the good and the great is that the great, they're laser focused. You know, once they believe in something, they get locked into it. And honestly, it's not that they're trying to be negative. You know, it's not that they're snobs, but it's that, hey, I've got this dream, I've got this goal, and I've got to protect it.
Exactly.
And I don't care who it is, no disrespect, parents, grandparents, aunties, cousins, friends. Like, this is my dream. This is my goal, and I've got to stay laser focused, and I've got to get locked in. And you know, I'm also discovering that, for real, sometimes it's not hate, but people, if they've never done it before, they don't believe you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, they've never experienced it before, so they're just saying to you, I'm scared, I'm afraid, so I want you to be scared. I want you to be afraid. And so I challenge people, whatever you want to do, if it's in here, if it's in your heart, I believe if you're willing to put forth the effort, if you're willing to be dedicated, you know, I say it, maximum effort, maximum reward. What do you think about that?
Absolutely.
The day I said, enough is enough, this is the beginning of the rest of my life. Yep. Now listen to me. There are people who are going to take advantage of this opportunity, and they're going to do quite well for themselves. Don't be the person who watches for the rest of your life. Look, don't be a spectator, a professional spectator. Get in the game, all right? Now, no opportunities wasted. This is the revolution. Listen to me. You've been listening to YPR. This is your boy, E.T.